What if the mysteries of an ancient civilization were hiding in plain sight for thousands of years, waiting for modern science to find them? In the deserts of southern Peru, that's exactly what happened. A team of Japanese scientists has just uncovered hundreds of new Nazca Lines, mysterious giant drawings etched into the earth, revealing secrets we never imagined. In the endless dry plains of southern Peru lies one of the world's greatest mysteries, the Nazca Lines. For years, they've fascinated archaeologists, scientists, and travelers alike. These enormous geoglyphs stretch across the desert, forming the shapes of animals, humans, and strange symbols that can only be seen from the sky. But recently, researchers have made a stunning discovery: hundreds of new Nazca drawings that change how we see this ancient wonder forever. The Nazca Lines were created over 2,000 years ago by the ancient Nazca civilization. From above, you can see intricate outlines of a monkey, a spider, a hummingbird, and even a human-like figure that people now call the astronaut. These shapes aren't small either. Some stretch over 600 feet long. Imagine something the size of 2 football fields carved right into the desert floor. It's no wonder tourists still fly small planes over the Nazca Desert just to catch a glimpse of them. But here's the mystery. How did ancient people with no planes or satellites make drawings so large that they could only be fully seen from the sky? It sounds almost impossible, yet they achieved this through simple but clever methods. They scraped away the top layer of dark, weathered stones to expose the lighter-colored soil beneath. This contrast made the lines stand out sharply against the desert. Because the area is one of the driest places on Earth, these designs have survived for thousands of years without being washed or blown away. The Nazca people likely used simple tools, wooden stakes and ropes, to guide their designs. They may have mapped small versions of their drawings first, then scaled them up using a grid system, much like how modern architects plan large structures. The results are so perfect and precise that many early explorers believed they must have been made by aliens. But the truth is, they were the product of human creativity and determination. For decades, archaeologists studied the lines, discovering hundreds of shapes across the desert. But now, thanks to modern technology, the story has taken a new turn. A Japanese research team, led by Professor Masato Sakai from Yamagata University, has found more than 300 new glyphs in just 6 months. This incredible breakthrough became possible through the use of drones and artificial intelligence. In the past, finding new glyphs meant walking through endless miles of desert or analyzing satellite images by hand, a slow and exhausting task. But now drones can fly over large areas, taking thousands of high-resolution photos. These images are then processed by AI, which detects patterns that the human eye might miss. It's like having a superhuman archaeologist that never gets tired. What's even more fascinating is that these new drawings are quite different from the large, well-known ones. They're smaller, what scientists call relief-type glyphs. While the older, larger designs often depict animals like monkeys or birds, the smaller ones show human figures, pets, and even scenes from daily life. One newly discovered figure shows a person holding a club, standing proudly as if frozen in time. Another depicts a giant fish, its mouth open as if gasping for air, stretching almost 60 feet across the desert floor. And then there's a massive bird with legs so long that each one extends about 255 feet. For centuries, some of these birds were misidentified, but thanks to new analysis, scientists now know they depict species that live far away from the Nazca region. One of the most surprising discoveries was a bird that researchers once thought was just a simple hummingbird. But after studying the shape of its beak and wings, they realized it actually represents a hermit hummingbird, a bird species that lives in tropical forests hundreds of miles away. Another figure, once labeled a bird, turned out to be a pelican, a creature found along Peru's coastal regions. This raises an intriguing question. How did the Nazca people know about animals that live far from their desert home? Some researchers believe these drawings reveal the Nazca civilization's wide network of trade and communication. Others think these animals held spiritual meanings, symbolizing the connection between the earth, the sky, and the sea. The pelican, for example, could have represented food or abundance, while the hermit bird might have symbolized freedom or spiritual journeys. But why create these massive drawings in the first place? What message were the Nazca people trying to leave behind? For decades, the scientists have tried to answer this question, and now the Japanese researchers may have found a clue. They believe the lines weren't just art. They were part of something much deeper, possibly a sacred pilgrimage. Imagine walking through the desert, following these lines and shapes carved into the earth. You might not see the full design from where you stand, but with every step, you'd feel part of something larger. A path that perhaps led to a holy place. Nearby lies Kawachi, the ancient ceremonial center of the Nazca civilization. This wasn't a city where people lived permanently. It was more like a spiritual hub where people from different regions came together for religious rituals, celebrations, and offerings. The great temple at Kawachi, a stepped pyramid made of adobe bricks, was one of the grandest structures of its time. Archaeologists have found textiles, pottery, and even trophy heads there, all signs of ritual practices. Since Kawachi is close to the Nazca Lines, scientists believe the two are connected. The lines might have guided pilgrims toward Kawachi or represented the spiritual beliefs of those who gathered there. Some theories suggest they were drawn to honor gods watching from the skies, while others think they mapped the stars or marked underground water sources. Whatever their true purpose, the Nazca Lines remain one of humanity's greatest puzzles. Each new discovery reveals a little more about this lost civilization, yet deepens the mystery even further. The fact that the lines can only be fully appreciated from the sky continues to fascinate people worldwide. Were they made for gods above, or were they messages meant to be seen by the spirits of ancestors? What's certain is that modern technology has opened new doors to uncovering the past. The Japanese team's use of AI is revolutionizing archaeology. It's not just about the Nazca Lines. Artificial intelligence is helping scientists around the world study ancient history in ways that were once impossible. For example, there's the Vesuvius Challenge, a global competition to read ancient Roman scrolls that were buried and burned during the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. These fragile scrolls can't be unrolled by hand without crumbling, but AI can now virtually unwrap them using 3D scans, detecting even the faintest traces of ink. Recently, a 21-year-old student managed to read the first word from one of these scrolls, purpura, which means purple in ancient Greek. That one discovery has inspired scientists to continue exploring the past through the lens of technology. Just like the scrolls, the Nazca Lines are being read again, not by ancient eyes or explorers, but by the machines and minds of today. And perhaps that's the most fascinating part. Thousands of years ago, humans used simple tools and creativity to draw their beliefs across miles of desert. Now we use drones, satellites, and AI to rediscover their meaning. It's as if two worlds, ancient and modern, are finally meeting. There's still so much hidden beneath the sands of Nazca. Each new discovery reminds us that even after centuries of study, our planet still holds mysteries waiting to be uncovered. What other secrets could the desert be hiding? What more might AI reveal next time it scans those ancient plains? The past isn't silent. It's just waiting for us to listen. And if you enjoyed uncovering this mystery with me today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new story from history's hidden corners. Thanks for watching, and stay curious, because the world still has wonders left to find.